Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to show you an infill that I'm doing on these nails. I'm going to start from the very beginning where I remove the old design right through to the finished product. The client had these, I think it had been 4 weeks since her last infill, and as you can see there's very minimal lifting, hardly any at all. So yeah, these were a fairly quick and easy set to do, and all in all from start to finish it took me 2 hours. So I begin by removing the gel polish from the old design. Here I'm using a flame bit in coarse, and I purchased this from Todak USA. I've been using a lot of different bits lately, just trying to find out what I feel more comfortable using, and I've come to the realization that I like to use bits that have a bit of a point on the end, or bits that are a bit narrower. I really struggle with the larger barrel bits, and I think it's because I find I can't sort of see what I'm doing, and I'm a little bit nervous using my e-file, so I think finding something that's got that narrower end to it really helps me being able to see right down to what I'm doing, and it's helping me get my skill level up and trying to get over the nerves that I'm experiencing and the bit of anxiety I'm experiencing while using it. So once I've removed all the gel polish, I then like to use a hand file and go in on the side walls and just neaten them up, and also reduce the length if necessary. And I'll then also use the hand file to smooth out the regrowth area and make the acrylic flush with the new nail growth. And I will also use a cuticle pusher, and the cuticle pusher I've got is really good at removing the cuticle off the nail plate. I do have a cuticle bit, but I find I don't really need to use it because the tool that I have does a really good job. I'm not using a lot of pressure, it just seems to remove the cuticle. So yeah, if necessary I might go in with my cuticle remover bit on my e-file, but probably 99% of the time I find that I don't need it. So once I've finished with the filing, I then spray the nails with isopropyl alcohol, and I use the NSI plush brush to remove all the dust from the nails. I then use an IBD sponge wipe with the NSI Nail Pure Plus and apply this to all of the nails. After this I apply OPI Bond Aid, and once this is completely dried I then use NSI Super Bond Primer. The brand of acrylic powder and monomer which I like to use is made by Perfect Nails, which is manufactured here in Australia by an Australian company. I like to use the Speed range and I use the clear powder from that, and I team this up with the Platinum Plus monomer. The Platinum Plus monomer is hammer free, which is something that I prefer as I do sometimes have an allergy to this. So I've changed over to the Speed powders because I was finding in the cooler weather the Platinum Plus powder was taking a long time to actually dry. And I've now realised by comparing the two that the Platinum Plus range is a lot wetter in its consistency, and I found that the Speed powder just tends to work so much better for me and my method of application. When applying acrylics, the most important thing is getting your ratio correct. If you don't have a good ratio, you're either going to have a very runny consistency, which will make it difficult to control the product. It can also aid in lifting, as can a dry bead. A dry bead, you'll find also you won't be able to maneuver it and push it around the nail and pat it with the brush when you need to. So you really need to practice getting that ratio correct. And once you find that you've got that ratio down pat, seriously, your life's going to be so much easier when it comes to applying acrylics. It really is the best tip that I could give anybody starting out, is just sit there and practice that ratio until you find that you can just control the acrylic exactly the way that you want it to go onto the nail and move around the nail. Once I've finished applying the acrylic, I then go in with the hand file and just tidy up the side walls and the free edge and smooth over the surface of the nail just to make sure there's no lumps and bumps. I've found since using the speed powder that my application has become a lot better and a lot more on point, so therefore my finishing filing time has been reduced quite dramatically. Once the filing's completed, I then again spray with isopropyl alcohol and use the NSI plush brush to remove all of the dust from the nails. So now it's time to apply the polish, and I use the Madam Glam brand in my salon. I used to use a lot of IBD, but I've been that impressed with Madam Glam, I've basically switched over to that now, and I just absolutely love this polish. My clients love it and the longevity is fantastic. I find on natural nail clients that they are getting very rarely any chipping or lifting, and yeah, we just absolutely love it. It's a very rich, creamy, thick consistency, but not too thick that it's hard to apply. It's just really well pigmented and cures beautifully in my lamps. So I apply a layer of the gel polish to each nail, and then I cure in my LED lamp for 30 seconds. If you've only got a UV lamp, you would then need to cure it for 2 minutes. This polish had a pearlescent look to it. I applied 2 coats to get the opaqueness that I wanted, and obviously curing for 30 seconds each time in the LED lamp. I really have to apologise for the glare from my light. Unfortunately, I had it positioned incorrectly throughout the video, so at times the glare is just overwhelming and you can't actually see what I'm doing, so I'm really sorry for that. My client decided that she wanted some Swarovski crystals on the ring finger. She chose some AB Swarovskis, which look really pretty with the polish. So I used a lint-free white soaked with isopropyl alcohol to remove the tacky layer from the gel polish. I then used nail adhesive to secure the crystals. The tool that I use to pick up and place the crystals is the actual refill for the Katana tool. The Katana tool retails for about $36 in Australia. I think that's the cheapest price I could find it, whereas the refill for it was about $15, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it was a lot cheaper than buying the actual tool, and it works perfectly fine without having to screw it into the proper tool. So this is what I just prefer to use. I applied indigo mermaid glitter on the middle finger. I do this just by patting it into the inhibition layer or tacky layer using my finger, and I then, once I've got a full coverage, rub with my finger on the actual glitter and it becomes a mirrored type effect, and I then use a soft brush to remove any excess glitter. Finally, I use the GLAM No Wipe top coat to gloss over all of the nails. This also needs to be placed into an LED lamp for 30 seconds or a UV lamp for 2 minutes. I love the No Wipe top coat from GLAM. I find that the nails stay so shiny and it gives a really good protection. Also, it eliminates the need to use isopropyl alcohol to remove the tacky layer because it is a no wipe. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and also if you could hit the like button below, that would be fantastic. If you have any questions or would like to contact me, please leave a comment below and I will endeavour to get back to you as soon as possible. I really appreciate everybody's continued support and the way that my channel is growing. I know I haven't been putting up a lot of videos lately, but I'm hoping to put some more up soon, so keep posted, and yeah, you'll hopefully see another video in the near future. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.